long time since we said I don't mind them. We are back with full force by the grace of God. If it is your first time coming to my YouTube channel, I say welcome, 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 welcome. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I can cry, I can cry right now. Subscribe, like, and share with your friends. And I'm thanking you in advance for your time and for spending money. God bless you guys. So today, I'm not here alone again. When you say you have somebody that only Ikime, I don't have to know the Ikime in English. Go and translate it yourself. Ikime, you know, she's a woman of caliber and my God, let's not go there. Will Jesus join your heart? Clap your hands together and help me welcome Mrs. Jadesola Shawana. See how pretty she is. This is after 3. Nobody should slide into my DM and say I want to toast anybody. She's my pastor's wife. Disclaimer. So let me put it out there. So she's joining me today. Please, I want you to introduce yourself to my beautiful audience.
Hello, Layinka. Thank you so much for having me on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I feel privileged. And it's so lovely to be here. Thank you for having me. My name is Jadesola Shawana. I'm a lawyer, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm also a farmer. So that is me. I'm married, I have 3 children. That's about it. Yeah. So thank you for having me, and I'm so excited to be here to talk about Olayinka my rebirth.
SJ just gave you the humble version. You know, I said that we're shooting this at Etiri Production. She's one of the owners, so that she just say I'm the entrepreneur. If I tell you the number of products that is on our line, it's not I'm entrepreneur. Sis, no, SJ, stop. I don't get it. SJ, she's somebody, and I'm saying this, I've not said it to her before. She inspires me a lot in terms of she has a lot of strength and energy, and there's no ategun. You know, when you see that somebody is doing well and they are putting it on their shoulder, SJ, very quiet, but as when you call somebody fire, that is who she is. And I say
fire.
Thank you so much for coming. So today you're going to just give me a book review. She read the book in like 2 hours and she preached a message, and I said to her, you know what, we have to do a video review. So I want you to just tell me, even because not because you know me, you're knowing me in another level by reading this book by the grace of God. So just tell me your experience with the book, what got your attention, the lessons, what you would tell people. Are you going to ask people to buy the book, or no, it was just a waste of time? Forget that I'm here, SJ. So I call her SJ, by the way. Whatever. Oh yeah, SJ.
Okay, so like I said earlier, I'm so excited to be reviewing this book. Because after we came back from the book launch, I just got home, I picked up the book, and I didn't drop it until I was done. It is such a fantastic book. It is easy to read, very easy to identify with. You know, each page that you flip, there's a little bit of a part of yourself, something you've experienced, something you've seen before, you know, something you can identify with. And that is why I so much, you know, enjoyed reading the book. Now about the story and the lessons, Olayinka, you have been through, and you have done a good job, you know, telling us, opening up yourself, being vulnerable about it, you know, sharing it with the world, you know, because for a lot of us, we sort of try to hide the part of our stories that that we're not so comfortable with. You know, we don't share with people, and you know, that's why I respect you a lot. You know, you opened up, shared this part, and something that I've learned with life is that, you know, we all expect life to be beautiful and shiny and fun, especially when we think that we have planned it out, you know. But you know what people say, life happens.
Yes.
You know, life happens. Yes. And it happens to every one of us. Yes. Every single one of us. Everybody has a story, you know. And when you hear someone's story, you're like, oh my God, I mean, I thought mine was difficult, you know, yours is this way. But then you find, you know, you keep finding different stories, you know. So I have realized that with life, things happen. Like I said, I mean, COVID hits, people get sick, people die. But it's not so much what has happened to you, because to a large extent, we really cannot define or determine the things that happen to us. What is most important is how we react to what has happened to us. And with this book, what you have done is identify with people to say, whatever it is you're going through, I went through as well. I mean, I have my own story.
Yes.
However, in spite of what I got hit with, in spite of the curve that life threw at me, in spite of how much I planned it and how much I put myself in a place of, I've been a good girl, I've, looked forward to marriage, I kept myself, even after all that you've done, life still happened.
Yes.
And everyone can identify with the fact that something has happened, at one point in our lives.
Yes.
And what are you doing with what has happened to you? Have you turned your mess into a message?
Mm.
Who are you now, even after all that you've gone through? You see a lot of people are bitter, and they have a right to be bitter.
Absolutely.
So they hold on to their certificate and say, this is it, this is my CV. Do you know what I've been through? Do you have any idea? And then when you see such people, you're like, oh, now I understand. Like maybe when you read the book, you'll be like, oh, now I understand why she's like that. But Olayinka, for you, it is like somebody else. I mean, I wish people know who you are, how sweet and charming and friendly and joking all the time. And I'm like, you've been able to take what happened to you, let's say it's 100%, you've been able to minimize it to 10%, put it in your pocket, walk around with it without allowing it influence your life, permanently. And so I celebrate you for that. You're doing fantastic. You're inspiring people that no matter what you've gone through, we really shouldn't look like what we've been through.
Yes.
And that is kudos to you. Thank you for the book. It will be a reminder that no matter what I go through, I can get out of it and still be good for it.
Okay, so I'm going to put you on the spot, SJ.
Okay.
So in the part of the book, there's a place where I said, I'm looking forward to my next marriage.
Okay.
I want to do marriage. I love love. I love romance. I'm looking forward to making love to my next husband. What are the things you would tell me to look out for, in a guy? So reading my book, I'm sure you saw my red flags. So what are the things that I shouldn't do or I should look out for when I'm thinking of getting married?
Honestly, there is no manual to it. I mean, growing up, we were raised, do this, do that. And I mean, with your experience, you know that, oh, I've tried to do this, I've tried to do that. Even in the multitude of counsel, you still should be able to say, oh, okay, this is who I am, and I'm not going to go for this because they say this is more likely to be this. And, we've seen people know each other for so many years, and then they get into marriage and it's something else. I think I met my husband like 6 months, and then we got married, thereabouts. So I don't think it's in the length. I don't think it's in any specific things. I think it's not giving up on your relationship with God, and every time anything comes up, you're like, hey, God, oh, this one, how far? What are we doing? Not being too careful or making certain rules, because marriage itself is not a bed of roses. Even roses have thorns.
Yes.
Marriage will challenge you.
Yeah.
It will challenge you. There will be times when you be like, I need a break for myself. Even in me going shemo. It always gets there.
Wow.
It always gets there.
Wow.
But then it's just continue to work on yourself and say, okay, no matter what happens, I'll be more patient. I'll pray about it. I'll let God hold my hand and walk me through it. But if I have to give rules and say do 1, 2, 3, 4, then I don't have any to give you.
So SJ, there's no rule now.
No rules. I'm telling you, no
you.
rules. Follow the word of God. The word God says, don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Don't do what you shouldn't do before you get married. Don't, all those do's
So I should
and
still
alls,
keep
don't,
those in mind and do them.
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it's about, God, I'm going with this. Should I not?
Fantastic.
That's all that matters.
Okay, so here's another question, and I want you to help me answer in 2 parts. I know divorce is a topic that a lot of people, especially in church, don't like to talk about. And so when a lot of people saw my book and I was going to write about my divorce, bits of them were skeptical. Like, Olayinka is very controversial, especially in this side of the world. What's your take on divorce as a Christian and as a lawyer?
Divorce. Okay, so I think a lot of us are, it's controversial, yes, of course, and then with what the Bible says about divorce, But then I think a lot of us are also not being honest with ourselves. And I remember when I got married, I told my husband, I said, there are so many things you can do to me. Don't hit me. If you hit me, I'll run. I know where I'm coming from. I know the kind of family where I was raised. I know why it will never work for me, no matter what anybody says. So I think there are always things that are like no for people. You shouldn't. I mean, marriage is good and you should be together and companionship is important and it's the will of God that we should stay together. But then there are certain red flags that you cannot ignore. If it continues to happen, then it's unacceptable. Something I talk about a lot is abuse at home. You know, when you're married to somebody that continually abuses you physically, emotionally, you know, it's unacceptable. And even though, yes, the first instance, you really should try to work on it. But then when you find out that I've entered this one chance, it's not changing after, you know, so many things. God would rather have you alive than dead, you know, in a marriage.
Say that again.
God will rather have you alive than dead in a marriage.
Absolutely.
So I'm not here to judge. We all know what we go through, and if you're going through it and you feel like I can no longer breathe, you know, separation is fine. You separate for a while, you know, and then even if after some time, I mean, as a lawyer, separation is, you know, our legal system makes divorce really difficult. But if it's not working, it's not working. You know, you can always move on.
If it's not working, it's not
not
working. SJ quotation. So SJ, I want you to help me tell my audience. So somebody wants to get married, looking at getting married. What are your thoughts? What should we look out for? Basically, so you're saying that thought to me, but you're saying it to the next person.
Okay. I know people say it a lot. It's sort of a cliche, but we never count down to listen to it or accept it, or we just sort of say I'll wing it when I get there. Marriage is hard work. Marriage is hard work. It's not love. Love is never enough. It is absolutely not enough. You know, before I got married, when people say love is not enough, I'm like, what do you mean? Love can conquer everything. It's all about love, you know. Love is not enough. You know, love will wake you up every morning to do certain things over and over and over and over and over again. You're tired too, you know, but you know, you still have to. Marriage is a lot of work, you know, and as a person, you also need to work on yourself. You know, because there are certain things that are drainers for human beings. There are certain things that are fillers. If you are constantly a drainer to your partner, no matter how much he loves you, you will dry him up, and then it will start getting itchy, and you know. So we all need to work on ourselves. What do I mean by work on ourselves? You know, there's the feminist movement now.
SJ, let's not go there.
No, I'm not going there. That says, oh, there are certain things that a woman is supposed to do, but then you say no, everybody's supposed to do it. What I'm just going to say is we are all supposed to complement each other. So if there are 10 things to do, find 5 that you can do, you know, and then pick those 5 and continually deliver, because there are expectations. When people say this is who I am, you either take me or leave me. Nobody wants to take rubbish. You better be heavy. You better be useful.
Wow.
You better be a lot of things. You better bring so much to the table, because love is not enough. So no matter how much the guy loves you right now and he's mushy and no matter you do some things he still doesn't mind, it doesn't matter. When it gets to marriage, you have to deliver. If you don't, trust me, you wear him out or he wear you out. So if you're getting married, get ready. It's a lot of work, you know. It's not an achievement. You are going to work.
SJ, let me tell you what I've learned just sitting down here.
Tell me.
Be heavy. Don't be light. It's a lot of work.
It is.
SJ, don't worry. You know that when I start to date again, you'll be one of the few people that would know.
I'll be so excited.
And then so that you can help us sit direct. When you can't make sense, drop it. Immediately I will drop it. There's no time to waste time. Thank you so much, SJ, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
As in, I'm sure I'm going to watch this episode over and over and over again. Guys, please, I want you to give my beautiful SJ a round of applause for coming through for us.
Thank you for having me.
Say bye-bye to our guest.
Bye.
So before we go, our closing charge, you remember, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your strength. And remember, you are a shining star. Don't stop shining. So this is Olayinka saying bye. SJ say bye-bye. Love and light. Kisses.